Hey, it's Shelly Rosemary, Art by the Métis Mama, and again, I'm running out of storage on my phone, so this is going to be a quick video. I just wanted to share these couple Starseed journals that I nearly completed. I'll just do a little flip through. I thought it might be fun today to add a journal charm to each of these, but I'll just quickly share the inside. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through each and every thing in here because I only have just under 30 minutes to do this video. So just super quick. Of course, I try to use stuff that are connected to Star People Teachings. This is a lion, but it reminded me of the Lyran beings. Put a little fairy sticker there. Of course, Pegasus. They obviously don't have wings, but unicorn, very galactic. Yeah, so I just tried my best to fill it with things that inspired my fellow Starseeds. Now, there's a lot of artists that are Starseeds. They're in all different fields. Here's a little pocket. And I just put one of my stickers on there that says Palladian Girl. In our Indigenous teachings, we believe that we step through a portal in the Pleiades, aka the Seven Sisters, and come to do our Earth walk. So, yeah, there's all kinds of cool Indigenous teachings connected to the Star People. I'll try to talk about a little bit of that as I work, but I made a little fringe here, and she came from the stars. She's got a little UFO there, and just, yeah, super cute. I really like this one. And then this one is very similar, except with this one, I actually put the tie like in, like I wrote, you know what I'm trying to say, it's actually secured onto this thing, whatever this thing is called, sacred, and it says Star Woman, remember your calling. I was so tempted to keep this one for myself. I just love her so much. There's a little ET card. Of course, I will fill these with more ephemera. And it's very similar to the one I just showed you. So I'm not really going to go into each page, but there you go. Because I struggle so much for time in my life, I just don't have the time to make my journals insides amazing. So I just do my best to fill them with things that inspire me. So I'm going to make a couple charms for these. So I thought, why not do that on a video, because I don't think I've ever done one of my journal charms before, so I'm just gonna make sure I stay in frame here. Okay, so all I do is I use a little bit of wire. So we'll use this purple plastic coated wire. I just get that from the dollar store. And all I do is I make a little loop, and you can use a paintbrush or pen or something if you want to make it easier. I just do that kind of thing, and then I just twist it neatly, as neat as I can. For some reason it doesn't want to go down. Okay. Okay, so just make a little loop like that. Let's do this one too while we're at it. I think I made this one a little bit too long. They don't really need to be this long, but it is what it is. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so there's our little loops. This one's better than this one, but whatever. It'll hold. Okay, and then I just, you know, I bring my books back and I look at the colors, and these are really pretty colors. And then I just try to find varying size beads that, what's the lighting here? Is it okay? Let's do that. So, okay, start over here. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. And then I just start threading beads that I think will go good. I'm going to actually start with a different one here. Let's start with this one. Let's start with a smaller one. Somebody commented on my last video that I was a little bit low. So if you're struggling to hear me, yeah, just leave me a comment. I don't mind a little bit of feedback at all. If it's coming from a good place. I like this bead here because it kind of looks like a little spaceship. Okay. And then I'm going to move over to a little bit of a bigger bead. Oh, I like this butterfly. And I like using like different beads. I like mixing and matching beads. Here's a little star. Throw that on there. That's really cute. Or maybe I'll put that one on after. Let's do something else. Let's get a bigger bead. I got lucky and got gifted a bunch of beads, but I do need to, at some point, should I use that one? That one kind of looks funky. Maybe I can use it on this one. I'm trying hard not to clear my throat constantly, but I'm taking medication for my asthma. Not medication, but it's a herbal product because my throat has been bugging me so much lately. Let's see here. Maybe this one. I can't get it through. Let's try a different one. Maybe. So yeah, I'm sorry if my throat's annoying, but it annoys me. I get really tired of it. And sometimes it's really good and it doesn't bother me, and other days it does. Should I do this bead? This one's kind of a nice bead. It's like a flower. And it kind of goes with that Let's put that one on. Kind of goes with the flower on this one here. Okay, I'm just gonna add a couple more, and I sort of want, I'll put this one on first. I want them to be really different and unique, each bead. Like, I don't want them to be too matchy, but I do want to have sort of a theme. Okay, now where's that star? I need a star. That's really cute. Okay, is that it? Should I do anything else? Should I add maybe one more? I thought I've seen an amethyst bead somewhere here. Well, I don't know, maybe it's in here. Well, maybe it's not meant to be. I just seen an amethyst bead somewhere. I don't know. I'll just use, oh, here, this is amethyst. I can't tell. No, it's not. That's okay. I'm just going to use that one. Okay. There is my charm. And then I'm just going to do the same thing that I did. Just, you don't have to use your paintbrush. I'm just mostly doing this for your guys' sake, because I just wing it when I make these charms. But this just kind of gives you a little bit of a something for to make a nice leap with. And I lost my wire cutters. I don't know where they are, so I'm just using a scissors because this wire isn't very strong anyways. Like, it's strong enough for these bead charms, but I can cut it pretty easily with the scissors. So okay, I just need there's my first charm. And then I do have some stars in here. Where are they? And here's one. I don't really want a black star, do I? I have this one. I could hang that one off of there. And what else do I have? I need to top up my trinkets. For my pen pal buddies, because I do have a couple of them now, I do need more trinkets. Hint, hint. Okay, you know, we're just gonna go with a star because I'm getting low on my trinkets, so I'm gonna have to have a day of thrifting one sometime. So we'll just take, let's see. I just need, I think this is gonna be too short. I need a longer eye pen for this. Okay, I'm gonna have to dig into my, hang on. Let's see what I can find. This is perfect right here. I'll take 2 of these. Okay. Now I could add some more beads to this, but I'm not going to. I think just leave it the way it is. I'm just going to trim this a little bit. If I can, come on. There. I'm gonna find my wire cutters or buy some more. Okay. Okay. And then I just need a little hook, or not hook, but a jump ring to put that on. Okay. Where's the thing on this? Where is the opening? Great. It's so hard to see. See if there's one that's already open. Okay, I can see it on this one. Of course. Let's try this again. Come on. What is the problem here? What is the problem here? There. Okay, I'm trying to get some videos done because I'm starting my new job on Thursday. So, as the Indigenous support worker at the Mountain Rose Women's Shelter here in Rocky Mountain House, where I live. Rocky Mountain House, Alberta, Canada. I'm really excited about this position because it blends my love of spirit, the Great Spirit, and culture, and I get to use a lot of my teachings that I've learned over the years in this position and support Indigenous women. Okay, come on. Why is this giving me such a hard time? It's usually not this challenging, but for some reason just doesn't want to come together. I think there. I got it. I think that's good. There's our charm, at least for the first one. Let's put it on. I don't know if I'll have enough time to make the second one, but let's get it. Let's put it on this one. Okay, so what I like to do is I'll just get some more string, or not string, but yarn or something. Any kind of string or yarn, I'll just use this. And then I just thread it through and do this. And then I also like to tie a knot right there. And then I like to just thread it through here, and I just do kind of like a loose but tight tie. So it's tight there, but it's kind of loose, if you can see that. And then I go around one more time and tie it yet again. And there we go. Okay, and then I'll just trim this a bit. And then there's the charm. I like that one. It turned out pretty good. this has been, I don't know why these journals are taking me so long. I love making Starseed journals. They're one of my favorite ones to make. In our, like I said, in our teachings, we have a lot of different teachings around star people, but one of them is that we come from the blue world. And it's one of the reasons why turquoise is sacred to Indigenous people or Native people in general, because it reminds you, it's said to remind us where we come from. So yeah, if this one is available, if anyone's interested. And for this is my standard chunky journals. These ones are regular, anywhere from 65 to 90, depending on how much work is put into them. So this one is 80 because it doesn't have as much of the fun stuff that I normally include in the journals. However, if you do want this and you are interested in this journal and you're like, I really want you to pimp it out, bad choice of words, but you can just let me know that and I can add some other fun elements to it and surprise you. So, and I do have PayPal. Mind you, I know there's stuff going on in the US in terms of tariffs, and I see a lot of artists posting that they're not going to be shipping to the US anymore. I'm not sure how that's going to work for me either. It might be kind of hard for me to ship to the US with that going on, but I will do a little bit of research and figure out what other people are experiencing. And if it's doable, I can do it. But for now, I'm just saying within Canada. But that could change, right? And if you're like, you really want this journal and you don't care about paying the extra, then we can make it work. So should I do the next one? How much time do I have left? Not that much time before this video stops. So maybe I will stop this video for now and I will just make this charm and I'll show it at the end. Okay? Okay, I finished this journal charm for the second journal. So this is how it turned out. This is a glass bead. That's another glass bead. This is also glass right here. This is glass. That's a crystal. And I believe that's hematite. So turned out not too shabby. I like it. I like all the colors. And then again, here's the other one. I'm not sure which one I like better because I like them both for different reasons. I like this one because I really love that glass bead, and then I really love that bead. But there you go. Thanks for watching.